So this is a live unboxing done quicker than I normally do them because basically I'm on my way to work. I was actually literally opened up my door to go to work, and the UPS guy was there. So I have cut it open, but I've not yet looked in the box. So it's be kind of cool. So I took out these two plastic things here. This is from viewer and good friend Murdersville. And I'm going to read this to myself just in case it lets you know what's in there. So, hi Aaron, please find enclosed. Oh no, sweet. Just a small appreciation for all your information, entertaining videos, informative, entertaining videos. So let's see what it is. I know what one is. Oh, it's got an HMV package. See, I love HMV. So we get this out of the way, and we'll go in slowly. I miss HMV here in Canada. We used to have like HMV. I want to get over to England again and kind of visit HMV and FOP and just get in there. So without further ado, let's check it out. Yeah, this is the one. Now this is the one I knew about because he actually mentioned this one to me. It's a network release. I love the releases actually. So this one is Roger Moore, the man who haunted himself. And I think we spoke about this movie when I was doing the James Bond episode. And I love the way they put out the release. You know when you can get those, box sets and they got like the slim cases in them? These are kind of neat. Like some people aren't fond of these, but I actually, with the stuff that I got here, it's fantastic for space. And they put like a lot of really cool stuff on here. So we got like 34-minute music suite of Michael J. Lewis's original score. There's a 2005 commentary with Roger Moore and Brian Forbes. Our image galleries, storyboards. I don't know if I've seen this. Thorley Walters from Hammer Films is in this one here. And Freddie Jones. The Case of Mr. Pillam. Okay, I really want to check this out. Actually, my better half, she's a huge Roger Moore fan. And The Persuaders is one of her favorite shows of all time. We've actually got The Persuaders on the old A&E, those big box sets. And when they brought out a new edition of The Persuaders recently, about a year or two ago, we picked that up as well, so we'd have like a backup copy. That's how big of a fan she is of that show. And of Roger Moore. Roger Moore is her favorite James Bond. Obviously, we also have the Saint TV series as well. So she will be really stoked about this one too. So this is actually one that we can watch together. That's a rarity. And I'd actually kind of dig that. Oh, nice. Okay. This is a film noir classic. And if you haven't seen this one, I really do recommend it. And okay. This is Night and the City, a BFI release. Hey, Reality, how's it going? If you guys don't know, I'm a huge BFI fan. And when I went to England, one of the things I picked up was a bunch of BFIs and a lot of the flip side stuff because there was a huge BFI every yearly they have like this film festival over there, and I wanted to go and see them. Hey, how's it going? Thanks a lot. Actually, I still want to do like a real big tour. I apologize if this video seems kind of rushed. I'll get more into these like later on, probably either tonight. Hopefully tonight. We're leaving at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Thanks. And it took a lot of work. And my cousin was here to help me get these shelves down and bring them the DVDs and Blu-rays. So thanks, Raj. He's already on his way to Halifax for the wedding going on tomorrow. And I'll be going there too as well. But I will be back on Sunday. And Night in the City is a really, really good movie. And I don't own this one either, which is amazing. Herbert Lom's on this. Richard Widmark. Richard Widmark's one of my dad's favorites too. And they got an interview with Richard Widmark, 72 minutes long. Damn. The Guardian Lectures, I love these. Jules Dassin interviewed, 15 minutes audio. A lot of the indicators use these Guardian Lectures, and I really, really enjoy them. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. This one's on my list of ones to get, and it's an Arrow release. I'm a huge Arrow fan, and Arrow Academy is right up there with Criterion for me. And this one I gotta show my dad when he comes out. My dad just recently had eye surgery. He's doing okay, but it was a bit of a pain. And wow, The Big Knife with Jack Palance. Huge fan of this movie actually. this is on my list of my of Arrow movies that I wanted to buy from the Academy when the last sale went on. This was kind of top the list, but I couldn't afford to get very many. If you guys remember, I only got like a couple. But yeah, this was on my next list once again. Bass on titles. Saul Bass responsible for the Big Knife's credit. Saul Bass does a lot of classic like credit sequences. So if you have not checked this out, definitely the Big Knife, really worth checking out. Shelley Winters is in this one, I think. Yeah, Wendell Corey. Kind of. Ooh, yes. Another classic film noir. I'm gonna have a film noir. Like, I'm a huge film noir fan, so I'm gonna have a film noir night or weekend. I'm gonna need to. So this is the big combo with Cornel Ward and Cornel Ward, right? Yeah, and Richard Conte. And they're. What I love is that they just put together like a really good package when it comes to this. This is one of the later film noir films. It's been a while. I really want to see this again. If anybody knows these, let me know. I'm super excited, actually. I didn't know they had this one out. Okay, here's one. Here's an oddity. So that it's one that I like, but I wasn't aware that Arrow had put it out. So it slipped under my radar. I always confuse Jack Palance and Henry Silva, especially during their Euro crime days. I can see that, Jesse Diaz. Basically, I totally get that. Jack Palance had like the story behind Jack Palance and like his face and all that is actually interesting to like Google and actually check it out. I'll actually talk with Jack Palance. Maybe I do a Jack Palance kind of Henry Silva's type of video because they did like a lot of the Euro crimes. They both were big in like the in Euro cinema. It kind of like helped revitalize some of their careers, and for some, I thought some of their best work was done there. Because Palance started like fantastic and would have his career like revitalized later on. This, if you haven't seen it, this is The Big Knife is a fantastic fantastic film. So I do recommend it if you're a fan of his. But yeah, definitely looking into this one. Henry Silva's still kicking too. They're tough guys, man. What is this? Oh, so I'm excited about this one for a couple reasons, but I'm gonna tell you one of the main reasons. Is it revenge? Hey Chantel, I'm just here for a few minutes because I'm on my way to work. I'm doing an unboxing, and from Murdersville. And Murdersville, thank you so much. They're actually, I love every one of these films. That is not hyperbole. It is literally the truth. I'm excited to watch these. So this is a network Blu-ray. I don't have any network Blu-rays, and get this Revenge. And I'm a huge Joan Collins fan. This is I grew up, with Dynasty and like seeing her in like what was that movie? Them, was it Them that she was in? And of course, in the 80s, she did a movie called Homework, and I was like a young teen boy. So Homework was essential watching for a young Aaron. If you want to put like somebody that kind of almost tops the Google Doc list of girls that Aaron had a crush on, Joan Collins would definitely be at that list. And Joan Collins is what, in her 80s or 90s now, and she still would just drop, like make me drop. But yeah, James Booth. This is from Cruise, right? Yeah. So it always freaks me out the way that in Britain they have like X rating means something completely different. So they said, with this X-rated thriller, and I'm thinking, damn, Alexei Joe an X-rated thriller. But in me, it doesn't mean X-rated as in like the way it does here. But I'm a huge fan of Collins, and I think I've seen this movie a long, long time ago. But I definitely have never seen it on Blu-ray, and I've never really on but noir. But what do you think of Orson Welles' Lost Films completed and put on Netflix? I didn't know that. To be completely honest with you, I had no clue about that. That's something I'm gonna have to look into. I'm a huge Orson Welles fan. A lot of people love Citizen Kane. Of course, Touch of Evil was a fantastic film. Magnificent Ambersons is one that's found its audience over the years. I still think that F is for Fake really needs to find its audience. That really does. It's a very quality. It's a well done film. It's a documentary, mockumentary, kind of blurs the lines in certain places, but it's ingeniously done in a way that only he could. And Murdersville, man, I did not expect this. I knew that he said he was going to send me The Man Who Haunted Himself. That I hadn't seen it, so I was really, really excited to get this. But man, you packed in a really nice package here. I don't know which one to watch first though, but I'm definitely watching one of these tonight. I gotta let my girlfriend, my better half, she's in a meeting. I don't like girlfriend, better half, spouse. Better half's the best. I get wife, girlfriend, spouse. That they kind of seem, to me, they seem sort of hollow. I like better half. I really have. I always have. So that's what I call her because I think she is. She makes me a better person. So sorry, I got a little bit on the mushy side there for a second. But man, anyway, sorry. Go through them one more time. I'll show you guys. So, Revenge with Joan Collins. Really excited to check this one out. I love the cover. The UK do the best like releases, like bar none. I gotta say they do the best releases. The only thing like even comes close to North America, and a lot of people would say Scream Factory, and I think they do a good job. But I think Vinegar Syndrome and Criterion, and then Scream Factory. In that, like Scream Factory would have been at the top about like a year or so ago, but I think now they're still great, but they're becoming a little bit more inaccessible for me. Actually, it's more accessible for me to get like UK films than just get like stuff over in from Scream Factory, unfortunately. But the more you make your movies accessible to buy across the world, and the better your it is to go in. Like luckily, there's places like Diabolique that actually do the genre labels for people. That's but it's still they're a little on the pricey side. I was asked recently what I thought about what I thought one of the biggest differences between like we're right next to the U.S. So what one of the biggest differences between Canada and the U.S. is, and the accessibility to movies made in or produced in America. It's a lot of the bigger companies like Scream, and I do consider Scream Factory bigger companies. It's a sublet of like a Shout Factory. It's been not easily accessible. I got to keep checking my watch because I got to go in a few minutes. I got to walk to work and I got to grab my tea along the way because you guys got to know I got to have my tea. I'm really stoked. Is this like a? Yeah, this is the Blu-ray DVD double disc. So we got The Man Who Haunted Himself. John Garfield is one of my favorite actors, so I'm really excited to see this one, Force of Evil. One of my favorite early films that I watched, and I got it here on DVD. If you ever put out a real, like an Arrow edition of it, I would definitely grab it. It's a movie called Humoresque with Joan Collins. And I saw Windows, didn't like it as much as you did, but it was okay and too safe. I like the female villain. Did you, if you found Windows like a little bit safe, and I don't disagree with you actually on that one, I do think they played it a bit closer to the cup, but yeah, back in its day, I have to remember as well, I do think that it makes a great double feature with Symptoms, with Angela Pleasance, if you've never seen that film. I recommend that is a slower burning film, probably a bit slower burning than Windows, but it has this kind of this ethereal, kind of like this unique kind of dreamlike quality feel to it, in the way that it's filmed and the way that it's acted. There's nothing in Symptoms that's gonna I don't think gonna shock you or surprise you. Not watching it now, not after like so many movies have done like so many different versions of it. But I do think that a great double feature is. I did like Windows, but I definitely understand what you mean. And Symptoms. Symptoms is the better movie out of the two. But I do think Windows deserves a look. So hopefully you don't think I steered you too wrong. But I just thought it's something different. Where there's so much, and I know nowadays with especially in the 90s and the 2000s we had like the big like deluge of like of the pseudosexual thrillers and the single white females and all that type of stuff. But they all came from a place where when it was fresher, and I thought that those two films were fresher. And to this day, Symptoms is one of my favorite kind of slow burn films. So if you've never seen it, I do recommend it if you can see it. It was put out by Monte Macabre. And did you like Windows at all though? Did you it's kind of thought it was a little safe? Yeah, I can get that. The big combo. I love these covers, by the way. It's a very... The movie was too brown. I thought it could have been a real good lesbian thriller, but I liked the second half, the peeping Tom aspect. But I thought the leads were boring. I didn't think the leads were boring so much, and I do understand. But you have to remember when it was done too. Nowadays, they would have taken a lot more chances than they would. If you've seen films like, of course, Blue is the Warmest Color, which is not a thriller, but kind of like a lesbian love story, and a really good one. Criterion put it out, and it's on Netflix as well if you want to check it out before you go and take the plunge into buying it. Now, I will let you know that there is a very prolonged, like adult, really, really, almost to the point, not hardcore, but like it's really, really intense, sexual scene in that film. And Windows could have went that way, and I think that they pulled that. One, it was a different time; they wouldn't have gotten away with it. But they pulled back in a way that I think that they had to for them, right there. And I know it sounds like I'm kind of making excuses for it, but I'm actually just trying to give you my my thoughts on the film. But I think overall, I think that the Windows was I do stand by it as being a really good film. But that being said, yeah, I get exactly what you mean by the pullbackness. Much in the same way that that Symptoms kind of like doesn't out and out, but it's different. It's a different time and a different style of film to watch. Now, what really surprises people is I think a lot of people go in and watch not so much Windows, but go in to watch Symptoms. I liked Cruising more because they had a sleaziness that was unmatched at the time. Yeah, it was very much. And Cruising was a very different, very risky film, and it has this kind of ambiguousness to Cruising, especially at the end that some people love and other people were throwing their cups for. Think of like Picnic at Hanging Rock, where there was that level of frustration. Not the TV show so much. I haven't seen that yet, but the original film. You would kind of get that with both of those. Now, you're not going to get the overall sleaziness with Windows, and I apologize if I misled you with that. Both Windows and Symptoms are very kind of are drawn back. Now, one of the biggest differences is between those two is that the director for Symptoms is known for his a lot of his pseudosexual films. Things like Black Candles and Vampires. And if people have gone in and they've seen Black Candles and they've seen they've seen Vampires, then they're going to maybe be a bit disappointed when they watch Symptoms because it's so very laid back as compared. Oh, thank you. I will definitely enjoy these movies. This is actually Murdersville. This is one of my dad's favorites. My dad's a huge Jack Palance fan. And he's there's a movie, and I got picked up down the road too. It's like his version of Dracula that's really good. Dan Curtis put it out. Dan Curtis did a bunch of Dracula and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but this is one of his earlier films and a favorite of mine. Like Wendell Corey. This is a great cast, and it's been a while since I've seen this. My dad has talked about this one a lot. This is one that my dad actually talked about. Dassin. You can never go wrong with Dassin. Dassin is amazing. He was like one of the kings of the, if not the king of the film noirs. Like I'm super excited, guys. I hate this. I got to go to work. I don't want to go to work. I want to say I watch movies. Why can't this be my job? But God, wow. Murdersville. Thank you so much. I can tell you that these are movies that both me and my better half are gonna enjoy together, and like every one of them, she will definitely watch, and that's actually makes me kind of excited. Maybe I'll watch the Joan Collin one on my own first, but I know she may. But she'll watch these. I'll watch the Joan Collins one. My dad will watch this one. He's super into this stuff. So guys, this is my favorite scene was when they're watching the movie on the small TV screen. She gets emotional. Yeah. I got to rewatch that one. I don't own Windows yet. I really do need to get that. But over the next... I wish I wasn't going away tomorrow now. Well, I'm glad I'm going away. I'm going to see my kids, and I'm excited about that. Thank you so much. But when I get home, guys, I'm going to watch some movies, and Tell you what, very soon, now that I've got everything put back into the movie library, I got to go to work right now. But let's say we do let's do a film noir episode. So coming up, hopefully within the next week or two, we'll be here. It'll be probably on a Saturday night when I'll get back to doing my regularly scheduled movie club movies episodes, and we will do an episode on film noir and some of my favorites, and we'll just compare like different ones between like the North American film noir and British film noir, and go from there. Yeah, check us symptoms, tell me what you think. And it is, just know it is kind of laid back. If you haven't seen Black Candles and you want one that has kind of like kind of a sleazy edge to it, but it's different, Black Candles is a fun watch too. There's a guy dressed up like a goat in one sequence. Anyway, with that, Murdersville, thank you so much. You just made my week here, and you really did make my week. I am so excited. I want to see this movie so bad. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening. I got to go to work, or I'm going to be late. So I will see you guys here in the movie library with the rest of the movie club. Probably not this weekend because I'm going to a wedding, but I'll be on here early next week for like probably a shorter episode, and then we'll go into another full edition on Saturday, next Saturday, inshallah. And hopefully, what we'll do is we'll get a film noir episode, and as we come up on October, we'll start talking about some stuff as well. I did hear that Vinegar Syndrome is putting out the movie Blood Harvest, and it may be part of their October package. So I was lucky enough. Somebody sent me. I was sent Blood Harvest by a good friend of mine. So from the 88 Films, with really good edition, a lot of great features. So I'm not sure if would I get the Vinegar Syndrome one down the road. Yes. Would I pay full price for it as a part of the Halloween package? Probably not. So this year, unless something really stands out, I don't think I'll get the Vinegar Syndrome Halloween package this year. Woman's Torment was the thing that got me, and Demon went last year. But everyone was checked the box on something that I wanted. Sadly, sad to say, I don't think that the Vinegar Syndrome is going to get me for Halloween, but they may get me for their Black Friday sale. Kino's Dan Curtis trifecta for sure, and Indicator's fantastic releases. I know I'll be getting those. I'm thinking on some of the Scream Factory stuff, but I think I may wait for a sale. But with that, guys, I am talking myself out of money, so thank you guys for watching. I heard that Disney is releasing a Blu-ray of Mickey Mouse shorts in October. I heard that, and I want that. I'm a huge, I don't know if you can see it up here or not, but I'm a huge Disney fan. All those, right there, you see those things? Check out Wonder Woman if you haven't. Wonder Woman I do want. That's one of the ones I want. I've got the complete collection of these here, like Disney Treasures, which is probably one of the most expensive things that I ever had to collect, because some of those cost a lot of money. And I keep saying I gotta go, and I do, or my boss is gonna kill me. So talk to you guys later. Have a great evening, and on my way to work, it's time to get tea. Thank you, Murdersville. You made this video. Definitely, I wouldn't have been able to do one today if it wasn't for you. And I'm doing this on like 5% iPad capacity. So if you just got here, these are some awesome like films that I really want to check out. And I'm going to take a picture of the side of this so I can go to work and I can actually like read up on all the reviews and stuff like that. Talk to you guys later. I am Aaron. I'm the movie prof, and you guys are fantastic. Thank you, Murdersville. This is more appreciated than you can even imagine, especially on a day like today. Have a good one.